I want to go over the process of scheduling your proctored exam. The exam we have proctored in our course is the midterm, only the midterm. And what that means is that you have to have somebody oversee your taking of the midterm exam. Most students will probably choose the option to have a real live person in the same room with them at a testing center where they schedule their appointment, and then they drive to the testing center and they get their exam set up for them, and the proctor's in the same room to make sure everything is fine and all the requirements of the test taking setting are observed. Some people will want to choose the option to have their proctored exam taken online in their own home. And we'll talk about that in this video and the pros and cons of that. But what I've done is I've gone to the part of the page that describes this process, and it describes it in this frame right here. It says navigate to your GoView course, and from the course homepage, find the widget that says click here for proctored exams. Or click assessments at the top of the page, then select proctored exam from the menu. I'll show you that page that says click here for proctored exams in a few minutes. Then you review the proctored exam overview information page. If you want to schedule an appointment for a testing center, select Testing Center Independent Proctor. If you want to schedule an exam with the live online proctoring service, which is called Proctoru, please see the frequently asked questions, how do I register for my proctored exam with Proctoru? Now they make clear that you have to have certain features on your computer to be eligible for Proctoru. And you cannot use Google or one other browser, I think, but they'll specify what browser is fine. Also, you have to have your own internet service provider, and so really you'll have to do this from your own home, and you have to have your own broadband connection. Now, if prompted, create your smarter proctoring profile. This will be used to identify testing options nearest to you. If you require testing accommodations, you must provide an accommodation letter for the current semester to both me and eTesting, and there's the email address, before scheduling an appointment. Then you click the Choose a Proctor button, and you choose your proctoring mode and follow the prompts to complete the registration. Now, the midterm is coming up in about a month, and only 3 students have registered yet for the proctored exam. It's very important that you remember that no student can pass this class unless they take the proctored exam. Because even if you have a passing grade, let's say, with a 0 on your midterm, you will be assigned an F for the course if you don't take the proctored exam, which is the midterm. So please keep that in mind. Now let's go back to the home page and see where that widget is. So here we are at the home page, and this is the announcement that contains what I call the widget that allows you to schedule your proctored exam. So you click on that widget to open it, and it asks you if you have scheduled your appointment. You can click here to register now, but before you do that, you really ought to watch this video. It's a very short video, but it is tremendously well organized in answering almost any question you might have about the proctored exam experience. I learned a lot, and I've been teaching e-core classes for about 4 years. But even I learned something by watching this very short video. And then there's more information on how to schedule a proctored exam here, as well as how to schedule a proctored exam in Proctoru if you want to take it online. But once you've done all that, you click Register Now, and you will probably not see this page here. You'll probably see a different page which will allow you to register for a proctored exam. At least I hope you don't see this page, because this is my dashboard. And what you see here is that 3 students have successfully registered for their proctored exam. They're good to go on the date they've scheduled the exam for. That's why this shows green. And then another 7 students have partly registered, but they have not selected a proctor yet. So if you don't see that you have fully registered for the proctored exam, you will need to go back into the widget and make sure you schedule a proctor. That would probably mean a testing service or Proctoru, and that you have paid for your proctored test. There is a fee for doing that, at least at most testing centers. It used to be there were some testing centers that didn't charge a fee, but as far as I know, they all charge a fee now. And so you can't be considered fully registered for your proctored exam unless you have actually scheduled, and I assume paid for, your proctored testing setting. So keep that in mind. Most of the people who've done some of the process have not completed the whole process, and only 3 students are good to go. They've completed the whole registration process. So if you're confused, if you think you're registered but you aren't sure you are registered, if you simply aren't certain that you're registered, you'll need to call those telephone numbers I showed you and verify that you are registered for the exam, or send me an email and I will check to see if you are one of those who are fully registered for the exam. But you should see a notification in your registration site that you are fully scheduled, if you are fully scheduled. I hope this helps you with the proctored exam setup for the midterm exam.